Aloha, I'm Ansel Clancy, internationally certified arborist and acting board member for the Maui Coffee Association. I'm here today to make a video to teach you how to sort and float your coffee cherry. Now these two things are critically important. You can see here I already have a nice full bucket of cherries. Now I did the hard work of bringing this in already and it looks beautiful, but not every cherry is created equally. Two critical things that need to take place in this step are first, floating the cherry. Now, and then after that we'll sort. But floating the cherry is incredibly important. So I'm going to fill this bucket with water. And the idea is here is it's kind of a two-pronged approach. When I do this, I'm going to put my hand in here and wash the cherry. But as I fill this with water, I'm also going to be able to see the cherries that are lighter in density. Okay, as this fills up and I start to wash, and that's probably, well, about another inch of water here. All right, that looks good. So now that I got this filled with water, the reason I'm floating it, some of these fruit have less density inside of the seed, which is inside of the fruit and the parchment layer at this point. If I run that lighter density with a heavier density fruit through the roaster, the lighter density fruit will cook at a faster rate. I'll end up with an inconsistent or defective roast, and that's going to tank your cup quality. So what I'm going to do here is I filled this with water. It really is pretty simple. Get in there, get your hands wet, and I'm actually going to be washing. I'm kind of turning my hand and I'm scrubbing the cherries a little bit as I get my float going. So this is going to mix them up. It's going to let all the floaters come on up to the surface, and you want to kind of get this going a couple times. So I do it and then I let them sit, and then I'm going to just scoop those floaters right off the top. I can see some of these are overripes, some of them are underripes as well. If you check out my other videos, you'll see I have some that talk about underripes making your cup dry and overripes having a flavor called ferment. It's kind of nice to see that this floating process takes quite a few of those out for you. So I have all these floaters removed. I'm going to do it again. It's going to get in there and really clean them up, turning my hand around, trying not to take a bath while I'm doing it. Although it is a nice, beautiful summer day, could cool off. Now check that out. As I agitated it, I got more float coming up. I'm going to continue this process until I wash the cherry and nothing floats to the surface. This is also getting all the stuck-on stuff that's on the outside of your fruit off. And that's really important because when we process coffee cherry, we end up with the coffee seed, but we also end up with the pulped fruit, which is incredibly high in antioxidants. It actually has about approximately 6 times the antioxidants of blueberries. So I like to preserve that and then make other value-added products with it. You can make teas, hot sauces, spice rubs, barbecue sauce, you name it. So I want to get this stuff nice and clean and food quality. All right. So now we've gotten our coffee washed. You can see how it's nice and clean and floated. That was the first level of grading. Now we're actually going to sort this stuff by hand because our pickers did a great job out there, but as we know, the perfection in perfection is the imperfection. So we need to sort this out to get it just right. We're going to be removing things like overripes. We're also going to be looking for things that are not quite fully ripe or underripes. We're also going to be removing foreign matter, things that may have gotten into your mix accidentally. So, and then we also want to look for things that are damaged, mechanical damage. And as I pick, I'm going to be rolling over, getting a lot of overripe here, and also underripe. And this is what separates the good from the best. I also have a little bit of disease there. That's a little bit of coffee spot or Cercospora. So I'm picking that out. And I'm rolling it so I can see all sides of everything. There's another overripe, nice and soft and squishy. Want to get those out of there to avoid that ferment defect. These ones that look super bright, they're actually underripe. Anything with green shoulders like that's coming out too. So I'm going to continue this process and I'm going to get this coffee looking picture perfect, uniform color. Then I'm going to be ready for the next step. Happy sorting.